What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. And this one we're going to be making our own little helmet in Starfield, and it's going to be a fairly long video. And if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe and check out my other videos. We got a lot of modding videos out, we got tutorials, we got showcases out, unique stuff. Also, I'm all really new to all this stuff, by the way. This is my second month, literally today. The creation kit came out 2 months ago, looks like. So all this is very new to me still, and we're just going to be working our way through this. And today we're going to be making something like this in Starfield, a cool little helmet like this, or something like this, something nice like that. And it's very easy. It's going to be a little bit of a lengthy process, and I'm going to try to be as transparent as possible to run you guys through this whole process that I did. And as you can see, if you look closely, you can see it's distorting a little bit. That, I don't know why it does that. If you know why it does that, let me know in the comments and I'll fix that shit right away. Let's go on and start off. We're going to be starting in Blender today, as usual. And I want you guys to already have like a helmet downloaded off the internet, or find a helmet. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you how to get one, because there are creative ways to go get a helmet off the internet or off a game. What you guys want to do is you guys want to already have the Nif importer tool. It's called the Starfield Geometry Bridge tool, I believe. And we're going to go to File and Import. We're going to import our own Nif file. And what we're going to do is, since we're making our own helmet, we're going to be modeling after a helmet already in the game. So make sure you guys have your meshes already, or the whole game already unpacked. We're going to go over here to Meshes. We're going to go to Close. And I always use the Mantis Space Helmet, because that's just what I find easiest. So I'm gonna double click Mantis, and we're gonna load up M_helmet. That means male. It should apply the same for females, but not the Go, but that's the world model. But we're gonna apply this one right here. So we're gonna hit import, and if we zoom in, you can see a skeleton, and you can see the helmet right here. And this is basically the helmet in the game. And what we're going to do is basically we're just going to import our helmets into Blender, rotate it, scale it down, and make it fit just like that. But since I recorded this yesterday and I didn't record my voice, I did everything already. But I'm going to use this as a template. I did this yesterday, but I'm going to use this as a template on what to do for a new helmet. So basically, after you input that Nif file, you're going to want to import your helmet, and I'm going to just import my helmet real quick. Let me go find a helmet real quick. Alright, so it took me a while, but I found one. And if you guys import stuff into Blender, make sure you strip everything out the file, everything out the collection over here. So what we're going to do is, if your helmet has whatever, a pose on it, I guess, you can just delete that. We're going to make a new collection and add those to that collection. And since these files come with like bones and vortex groups on them, just remove them all, because we're going to be adding our own in a second here. So I'm going to delete all that, strip them out, strip everything clean. And what I do is, all the time, I like to rename everything. So right here we got a visor, and we got the base. And if you look right here where the textures are at, everything is the same, under the same texture. So I'm just going to combine those. And this one's not, obviously, but that's okay. Makes the process easier anyway. So right here, I'm gonna just call this helmet base. I'm gonna keep it like that. Helmet base like that. And I highly advise you guys to be organized. I pushed that in my last video. I made a whole mod, I sunk a whole 2 weeks into, and when I published it, it didn't work because I wasn't organized in my files and everything. So I highly recommend you guys to be more organized when it comes to making all the stuff. And right here, I'm just call this helmet visor. And then we'll do textures later in the video too. So I'll just run through you guys that again. So right there, and then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just right click the collection and go to select objects, and I'm gonna press S to scale it down. And we're gonna just, you know, we're gonna scale it down to how I have my helmet. So let me do that again. Bam, like that. And I'm gonna enable that. I'm gonna make it the same size and everything as that. Oh wow. So this process could take a while because if you're somewhat of a perfectionist, you know, you don't want to fuck anything up or anything. So I'm gonna just do that. Also, to do precise rotations in Blender, hold Control and then just drag out your mouse and do really precise rotations like that. And then also, what I'm doing is I'm pressing 7 on the keyboard and 1, 3, and 9 to get like different camera movements and everything. So if I press 1, it does that. If I press 7, I get like a top-down view. And I could just control, drag this out right here. And it looks like that. So we're just gonna drag this up like that. And realistically, I could have just made like a skin for this probably, but I don't think you could do that for helmets in the game. I think it's only towards weapons. And to rotate it like this, just press R. Make sure you have both objects highlighted over here. Press R like that. And we're just gonna drag it out to match exactly like this because I did this on my first try yesterday and it came out perfect. I'm not even lying. So if I look at it, let's see. If I look at it from this point of view, it looks crooked. So we're just gonna hit R and rotate that like that. Holy shit, that looks perfect. And if I hide it, it looks slightly bigger. So what we're gonna do is just shrink it down a tad bit. And we're gonna make sure the bottom of the helmet is at the same spot. And it's a little low, so let's just raise it up a little bit. And then yeah, if you guys fuck this up, basically, it's gonna be fucked up in the game. So I think what I'll do is I think I'll leave like a template in the description. That way, when you guys open Blender, you guys could like get like somewhat of a good measurement down. Because it could come out big, it could come out small in the game, if that makes sense. So, looking at everything, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna just hide that, just make sure. Looks good to me. Let me just save a copy real quick. So my fucking folders. There we go. Blam. And that was pretty much it for the Blender part. All you gotta do is import your helmet, resize it down. Resize it down to like, you know, big enough like that basically. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna export this part. Oh, first we gotta do this. This is very important. My bad, guys. We have to open up our Mantis helmet like that. And we want to click the helmet, the base helmet of the Mantis. We want to hit Control and click a piece of our helmet. And this is very important. Otherwise, it won't work in the game. And then we want to go to Object Mode. I'm going to go to Weight Paint. You're gonna if your helmet doesn't turn blue, yeah, try again. You have to click the Mantis helmet first, and then we're gonna click Weights, Transfer Weights. And if you do everything right, you'll see one vortex group pop up right here. We're just gonna do everything. Fuck it. Source layers we can do by name. And get everything over there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna remove some of this stuff. Right, you can click right here, click subtract, remove some weight. And also, I'm not an expert in this stuff. I learned this shit like literally by playing around. but this will affect how your head will turn in the game. So I'm just gonna remove some of the blue stuff. Anywhere you usually see it, let me see. And you're pretty much done for that part of the helmet, and then we gotta go back to the Mantis helmet. And do the same for our other. Oh yeah, duh. Also, we gotta add armature to our helmet, and then we gotta go to object, click object, and go to scale mail, skeleton mail. That's really important. My bad, guys. And then we gotta do our visor next. I'm gonna click the Mantis helmet, control, and then I'm gonna click the visor, and we're gonna go to weight paint, and just transfer weights again. And then that's it, because we don't need anything right there. But let me make sure nothing's there real quick. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so that's pretty much it right here. Let me just add this real quick. Yeah, that's really important. So basically, yeah. So make sure you guys have like our armature. Make sure the object is set to skeleton mill. Excuse me, make sure your vortex groups are set. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna be making textures in a minute too, apparently. It looks like. So I'm gonna keep this open. So I'm gonna have to reference to these folders real quick. So after you went over everything and make sure everything's good, I'm gonna start exporting now. So let's go back to object mode. Export the base. Export as Nif right here. We're gonna save it to the desktop. And then right there, we're gonna unclick generate hash names, and we're gonna click use internal geometry data. Make sure weights is selected, and then we're gonna hit export custom Nif. Oh my god, my eyes are watering. I'm gonna click this, and we're gonna export that too. Bam. And that's it right there. I'm just gonna leave this open still. And then we're gonna go to Nifskope. And in Nifskope, what we're gonna do is, I opened 2 Nifskopes. You have to. For the one on the right, we're gonna open the Mantis one. So I'm gonna go to unpack data, meshes, close, and I'm gonna go down to Mantis and open this right here. So you should see this right here. And then on the left, we're gonna open. On the left, we're gonna open the file we just made. I mean, I gotta do both, so it's gonna come out visible, but that's totally normal. Over here on the left, I'm gonna click BS Geometry, and on the keyboard, I'm gonna hit Control C. And then on the right side, I'm gonna open this one. You have to click 9 node right here, and I'm gonna hit Control V. And if it's invisible, don't worry about it. Back to the left one, we're gonna open the visor, do the same process, and we can just close out of that now. And then if it's invisible, this is how you make it uninvisible. We're gonna go to rotation, double click rotation, and just hit enter. And it's gonna come out like that. You can just double click it again. And in the middle one, we're gonna put 90. As you can see, perfectly fine. And then the same for the visor. See, it's lopsided. I don't know why. Don't ask. And then hit 90, and it looks perfect. Then we're gonna save as, because it might crash. We're gonna save it in the Steam library or whatever your game is at. We're gonna go to data, meshes, create a folder called close, and I'm gonna put this in my project. And since I did this yesterday, and well, the fucking mic on, I'm just gonna name that too. And click OK right there. Now we can just delete that right here. We Control delete, and then right here we're gonna delete the visor right here. don't delete these two things, it might not work, and then we're gonna save it. Now we gotta create our textures, so I'm gonna just run through that for you guys. Right here in Blender, it told me where the photos are at, so that's over here. So those are the only files we need. But I'm gonna head back to data and textures, and you're gonna want to create a new folder called close. And wherever your project name is, create the folder there. I'm gonna just create another one. 2. I'm gonna put my textures right here. So just run through that real quick. Save as. Alright, that's pretty much cool right there. And then I'm gonna go to material editor real quick. And I'm doing all this because everything's purple right here. If you have purple textures, that means you're missing textures. You have to make them. If you know that. So I'm gonna open up material editor, and we're gonna check these two, and then look for our textures real quick. And I put it in project, yeah, right here. Yeah. So I'm gonna save that as I spelled that wrong. I hope I spelled that right. I don't know if I spelled that right. So that's set, and then we're gonna do our visor real quick. Let's call this visor. Visor. And that's set already. So once those are set, we're going to go back to Nifskope, and we're going to go to options, settings, resources, paths, and then auto detect. That way it could find our material files we just created. Then we're going to set this right here. We're going to click our base. So you have to do all this boring shit to get to the fun part, but it's all worth it in the end. And then we're going to go to browse materials. And then right here to project warfare, what we just made. That's like that. And then right here, close, yeah. That's pretty cool. I didn't have to do textures for this. I could just do this right here. I could just set this to fucking glass, something like that. For now, we're just gonna keep it like this. This might look kind of ugly in the game, but we'll find out. So the textures are set. Now we just gotta put it in the creation kit. So we did the Blender, then we did with Nifskope, and then now we gotta go through creation kit, and that's the final step here. So once we get the to the creation kit, you just want to load up your project or whatever. If you don't know how to do that, just watch the very first tutorial video. And over here, I have 3 open actually, but I like to keep one on the left, one on the right. The one on the left, we're gonna be open it to armor right here. That we got all the armor set up, and then on the right we got the armor add-on. Since we modeled after the mantis, we're just gonna go right here to mantis. My bad, mantis helmet right here. My bad, guys. So mantis protag 2. And then I'm gonna call it that, and then we're gonna call it this. You can change the weight and stuff right here, and change the armor rating with stuff right here, and then also right here at the bottom you can change the stuff. So you can also do that stuff, and then right here we're gonna be just click OK, make a new form, and I called it protag 2. So we're gonna open that back up, and then for our mantis helmet, the armor add-on, we're gonna do the same thing, call this protag 2. And right here where it says biped model, we want to hit select, and Yeah, that's gonna happen. Just hit clear, then we're gonna hit edit, and then you're gonna want to find your NIF file you saved to Starfield data meshes. I hope you organized it. We're gonna hit, yeah, double click OK. It'll look like that for some reason, and hit OK, OK, and then new form. And then I'm gonna just delete that one in there, and then add my new form in there. And also, if you want to go far, you can make a keyword too, which I highly suggest you do. So I'll make a keyword. Yeah, let me look for that keyword real quick. Put that there. Bam. Bam. And that's actually pretty much it. We just gotta drag it into the world now. And I'll just drag it to where I'm at. I got my other one right here. And I'm gonna just drag it right there. And if everything works out, we should be able to see it in the game. The very last step, I always forget to do. We gotta put our textures in our documents folder. So if we just go to documents right here, if it'll load. Holy shit. My game, Starfield, textures, and then you put it accordingly to your root folder. Like, fuck. Yeah, so I'm gonna just add that to here, and this has to go in your documents folder, or it won't, or you won't see your textures in the game. So that should be it right here. I'm gonna just load the game real quick, and if everything goes well, it should work. Let's find out right now. Alright, moment of truth, guys. Let's see if it works. And it works. And it looks really good, actually. So that took me, what, 20 minutes? Literally. After you do it like 10 million times, it becomes easy. And then this is the other one I made yesterday. Dope stuff. This is my project I'm working on. Hopefully I can release it soon. Well, I'm gonna take my time with it. But that should be it, guys. If you guys need any help with anything, find me on Discord. Comment below. I'll try to get back to you guys as fast as I can. And we're gonna be pumping out maybe a gun tutorial next. The last video was a filler video. If you guys didn't watch that, I totally understand. I was just a filler video. I threw that out there. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.